Welcome to the Just Being Petty Show. I am your host, A.W. Petty. So I want to welcome you to another Petty as Piss segment. And I said I would be doing these periodically. Who knows? There's so much going on. There's so much that pisses me off with this guy, this administration, the Democrats. I mean, I'm pissed a lot. But today I just want to talk about the most corrupt president in American history. In American history. And I want to talk about his BS lawsuit against the IRS and the DOJ, in which he is in charge of. He's in charge of these departments. So, in essence, he is the defendant and the plaintiff. Everyone in those departments answers to him, including the fucking lawyers. I mean, this is batshit crazy. Batshit crazy. So Donald Trump, along with his corrupt sons and the Trump organization, filed a $10 million lawsuit against the IRS and the DOJ. I think he did that in early 2026, alleging failure to protect confidential tax information leaked by a contractor by the name of Charles Littlejohn. He leaked that to the media, maybe CNN and New York Times, or maybe those outlets reported it. That may be what it was. I think they reported it. CNN and New York Times reported it. While the leak was illegal, and we all agree with that, Littlejohn was sentenced to 5 years in prison. The lawsuit is considered legally complex and ethically strained, as Trump is suing his own administration, raising severe conflict of interest, concerns regarding the defense and potential settlement. This claim was filed in Florida. The suit alleges the IRS and Treasury failed to prevent Charles Littlejohn from stealing and leaking Trump's tax returns to the New York Times. And I think that maybe happened in 2019. The suit seeks $10 billion from the IRS, and I believe it's $200 million from the DOJ, based on reputational and financial harm. Your reputation is shot anyway. And financial harm, you've robbed everybody since you've been in office. You've taken money from Qatar. You've taken oil money from Venezuela. You robbed everybody. What are you talking about, dude? Though critics note this amount appears high based on media reporting rather than direct losses. As of April 26, Trump's lawyers are in talks to resolve the suit. What? Who are you going to resolve it with? Your boss. As I said, he's the plaintiff and the defendant. Batshit crazy, which could involve a settlement by the Department of Justice to the president, the one that he is in control of, and the people that report to him from the DOJ. What are we talking about here? And again, this smells of conflict of interest. The case represents a significant ethical dilemma. President Trump oversees the DOJ and the IRS. The defendants and his attorneys are negotiating with agencies that report to him. Again, he's the defendant and he's the plaintiff. What are we talking about here? And here's the deal. Republicans won't do anything, and I blame Mitch McConnell and I blame Justice Roberts. Mitch McConnell could have got this guy out of here when he put forth January 6th and sent those people to the Capitol. He could have got him out of here, but he didn't. And Roberts and the corrupt six in the Supreme Court gave this guy immunity. This is the wrong person that you give immunity to. He's been a crook and a con man his whole life. Why would you give this guy immunity? And I know you're saying, yeah, well, it's just not for him. Yeah, but he's the one that's going to use it to benefit him and his corrupt family and the corrupt Republican Party. Why would you even do that? So you two are responsible in my eyes. So the suit was filed close to the deadline with arguments that the information was known years earlier. So he probably knew, he said, man, he probably looked at the numbers, it got close to the election. He said, look, I figure if I get in office, I'll just sue myself and I'll sue the American people and I'll rob the taxpayers and I'll just rob them. And that's basically what he's doing, because that money is coming from the taxpayers. He has no qualms about stealing money from you and I, period. $10 billion? Dude is trying to make his family richer than anyone else. Generational wealth. That's what this guy is trying to do in 4 years. Generational wealth is what this guy's trying to do. And every last one of his family members, if he doesn't pardon them, they should be charged with crimes, because I can guarantee you that it's a lot of crimes going on. Guarantee you it's crimes going on. Oh boy, man, this pisses me off. So here's the deal. The IRS argues that Little John was an outside contractor, not a federal employee, which could complicate claims that the agency itself directly mishandled the data. So Trump is so corrupt. It's always projection with this dude. It's always projection. Everything that comes out of his mouth, number one, is a lie, and number two is projection. Everything that he's claiming with this guy and with these media outlets is what he's probably already done. So experts argue the damage calculation method is flawed, as it focuses on media republishing rather than direct measurables, authorized disclosure by the government according to news outlets. So this case is currently in a phase of proposed settlement negotiations. What do you mean settlement? It's just a matter of how much he tells you he wants, and that's what you're going to give him. It's no settlement. You're probably going to knock it down from $10 billion, because that's just outrageous. But it's not a settlement. It's robbery. Is what it is. It's basically robbery. You are charging the American people $10 billion, $200 million, $10 billion from the IRS and $200 million from the DOJ. You are charging the American people. I'm telling you, this guy is going to go down, and I think he already is, as the most corrupt president to ever sit in that seat. Maybe the most corrupt person ever. I might be pushing that a little bit, but at least the most corrupt that has been in that presidency seat. So, like I said, my plan was to do Petty as Piss periodically, but it's so much that comes out. I'm actually pissed every day, but I just can't. I mean, for my sanity, I cannot do a Petty Piss show every day. My blood pressure would probably be out of the roof. So, but I still will periodically do them on things that I think the American people should know, that legacy media does not put out there, because they try to hide everything. They either if it's Fox, they're going to lie about it. If it's these other legacy medias, they're just not going to mention it. So I'm going to try to do my best, along with these other independent medias, to put out information that I don't think the media will put out, and that I think independent media should get this out to the viewers. I really believe that. So please like and subscribe to help you and I grow the JBP channel together. It really means the world to me, and I really appreciate all of you who take the time to look at my channel. I really appreciate you, and I will see you guys up the road.